Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with the second part of Hurricos and just more generally speaking more Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. In the last episode we did an entire thing that involves fuckery with these purple guys who can just walk off a cliff. I mean, they can't, they're not programmed to, but you know what I mean, they can just go and do one. I don't know what one is, but you can fill that blank in with your imagination. In this episode, more of the same but also some different stuff. Which is more or less what you can expect from this entire LP. Some of the same, some of the different. By the way, you may have noticed me ignoring these both in the last episode and now because you can't really do anything with them, they're just kind of there. They could be dealt with eventually, just not right now. So, calm your needles. I don't need your needles noodling at me. I mean, you can, it's a free country, but still. Bleh. Honestly. Wow, did I just get 2 spirit particles at once? Well, I mean, I did kill 2 enemies at once, so I don't know what I expected to happen. Also, did I mention, holy wow, we're over 1,000 gems at this point? I mean, I would say we're too pro, but we're just completing the levels as they come, so maybe it's not all that impressive after all. I don't know, I'm just playing the game for your amusement. Also, in other news, this is the same recording session as the last 2 episodes, and it is still very warm, except now I'm 2 episodes all the loopier for it. Which, loopier, it sounds almost like leap year, but a bit more wolfy, because Canis lupus, or whatever the Latin name is. I know there's loop in there somewhere. Boy. Gem! Zzz. Gemsus. It's like Jesus, but gems. That wasn't funny. Sometimes I open my mouth and say things, and then I immediately think, what was the point of you saying that? That brought nothing to the discussion, and it wasn't funny. Now please go and curl up into a corner, and curl up into a corner! And then die. Yes, my inner monologues are these, self-effacing, and also
Thank you, Spyro! You've deactivated all of the electric barriers! We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
We got a talisman from SpongeBob Land. Why, thank you, Spingleblab. The copyright-free version. Right, so it doesn't look like there's anywhere else that we can go at this point. Like, we got to the end of the level, there is nothing further, but there are still all these windmills that we can do nothing with. See, it's like I was saying in Kirby's Epic Yarn, oh no, the windmills. These windmills, because we have supercharge now, so we can go crazy and destroy things. And that includes the windmills. Well, the little ones anyway, such as this one. And go whoof. And that slows down this propeller. It seems a bit strange, but there is a reason for it. Now, any self-respecting platformer would have that put on a time limit, but mercifully this game has actual game design sense. So, once these switches are on, the propellers that they're connected to slow down permanently and for always. So, that's a good. Now, is there somewhere else that I need to supercharge in here? Because I know that there is at least one of those windmills that needs destroying that is an absolute arse to destroy. Were there any back here? I don't remember. Wait, how far back are we? Whoa, that's further back than I thought. This level isn't as big as I remember it being. It's because I sort of buggered off to the side and did my own thing, well, towards the end of last episode, halfway through this level. Okay. Maintain the charge, boop that. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I think that one there, that windmill is going to be the hardest to destroy, because we need to come through here, maintain the supercharge, and then pull a really hard right-hand U-turn. Well, this is going to be fun. There's probably a really straightforward way of doing it, like a really obvious line of action to take. Like, can we... is our turning circle... Is our turning circle even that generous that would even be able to be allowed to succeed in doing this? Like, can I turn that sharp? Okay, apparently I can turn that sharply. Hey, I did it on, like, what, my 3rd or 4th attempt? People hate that particular windmill because of how difficult it is to hit, and I did it. Yay, it's like a sign of my capabilities or something.
Spyro, do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside.
See, that sounds so much more difficult than it is, because it sounds like, oh, get to the factory, go inside, do a puzzle, connect the dots, win a major prize. Nope, it's just parkour. Just get to the factory. And that involves slowing down the propellers and riding on them. And that's literally all. That sounds like a misappropriation of the word literally, but no, that is all you have to do. Ah, there's that, but there's also this over here. Is there anything of value over here? Or is this just a nub? This is just a nub and it serves no purpose. Duly noted for future reference. Okay, parkour. Scratch my face. Try not to fail. Learn the timings of the platforms. This is going to come out, but then so's that wall. And so's this, and then that's going to go, and then this is going to go, and will these retract? Please don't retract, thank you. Okay. I know that there is something difficult about this parkour challenge, but I don't know whether that's just getting to it in the first place, because that is rather difficult. You there. is a checkpoint.
Spyro, you've done well so far. You can have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me.
And I say checkpoint. If you fall, you will have to make your way back around, but...
The next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the triangle button during a glide to hover and get extra height. Remember to press triangle when you are very close to the windmill, or you won't make it.
Rude. 5 stars? I feel like this is 4 stars at best, but bearing in mind you do have to slow down the windmills first. And also, if you fall, you do have to climb all the way back around. So, there is that to consider. Also, back around sounds like Baccarat, which is like a game that they play in Egypt or something? Not to be confused with the Royal Game of which I remember studying at some point before I changed university courses like last year. I don't know. It's a game that they like studying that no one knows how to play because the way of playing it is lost to the annals of history. Anyway, once again, if you fail here, you fail in real life. So don't fall, because otherwise you'll have to do it all again. And that's not a fun time. Also, I meant to check this a couple of episodes back, but... yeah. Destroy all those windmills, you get a checkpoint. Skill point, not checkpoint, blah. Ugh. Okay, wall. And then wall. Don't retract. Thank you. You're gonna retract, aren't you? Oh, maybe not. Okay, we did it.
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is in that room, but, it's awfully noisy in there.
Well, you know what, I won't mock you, because maybe you're just sensitive to stimulation. Boop. Yeah, that's it. You just have to parkour to the factory and then press a button. Easy.
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
I do want, thank you please, thank you very much. And there we go. Hurricos complete. This was a very poorly executed return back on my part. I'll meet you back at the portal anyway. And we're back over here, and I love how this portal appears at the end of the corridor that otherwise serves no purpose. It's so aesthetically pleasing. So how does the story end then? Karma's a bitch. I'm surprised that they didn't have to include some sort of warning saying, hey kids, don't try this at home, don't jam utensils into plug sockets, it would be a very bad idea, but that seems like the sort of thing they'd want to plaster all over games like this, but evidently not, especially since in Colossus they censored a line which isn't censored in the European version as I recall. Anyway, Sunny Beach. Let's waste no time diving into another level. Another level! Don't know why that merited dramatic introduction, but hey, Sunny Beach, which we also can't do 100% yet, which annoys me. I don't know why I don't commentate over those. It's not like they've got any speech in them or anything. So what's the story here then, Morning Glory?
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here. If you can help shepherd those baby turtles over there to safety, I'll be mighty grateful.
Yep, it's an escort mission. Also, I believe the standard at the top of the symbol at the top of the standard doesn't represent the talisman in this level, which is just an interesting exception. So, boop you up the butt. Get giant turtles to stand on switches so that they can open the way for you, because those are pressure-sensitive switches. You can stand on it yourself. Bleh. You can stand on it yourself, blah, and that will open the way, but as soon as you step off the switch, it will stop being active. It's those sorts of puzzles, which involves kicking giant tortoises, turtles, whatever they are, up the butt so that they stand on switches for you. Which, come to think of it, it's weird. We have like 2.5 water-themed levels in Summer Forest, because there's Aquaria Towers, obviously, and then there's also kind of Idle Springs, which, I mean, it has a wet bit. Doesn't really constitute a water level, does it? Oh well. Oh look, an enemy that takes 2 hits to destroy. How novel, and unique, and speed reading, what a novel idea. I don't know why that thought popped into my head, but hey, you've been graced with the thought of Tessellating. Upvote within half a second and be upvoteful. I don't even use Reddit, what am I on about? And those starfish things are the fodder for this level. So, we need to kick some more tortoise. I thought we had to go around the corner. We don't. Just boop it this way. You can flame it, you can charge it, or them, whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as you get them to where they need to be. And once again, a ladder that we can't climb. So, I don't know whether this one necessarily is one of the ones that prevents us from completing this level 100%, but there is a level later in there is a ladder later in the level, wow, that you... Excuse you, keep going, Monobrow McGee. Honestly. Once again, there's a little bit of auto-aim on them, just to make sure that they go to where you want them to be. But yeah, there is a ladder later on in this level that you need to climb in order to 100% the level, and we can't do that yet because we can't climb ladders, which, I mean, I don't see how that's something that you need to be taught how to do, but hey. Now, I think it is actually possible to get into that room and then get stuck in there because, of course, pressure-sensitive switch, and there's nothing to hold it down. Trust me, don't even try looking, you can't hold that switch down no matter what you do. Maybe this guy can explain better. He can't, but I'm gonna let him try anyway.
The water workers have boxed up most of our baby turtles. The boxes are incredibly strong. With a more powerful flame breath, maybe you could break them open and release the turtles.
Ah, now this is a thought that I've been meaning to have for several episodes now. With this game, obviously dialogue changes depending on whether or not these power-up gates or whatever are active. In other words, dialogue changes based on whether you're currently able to complete the character's side quest or not. And a lot of the time, when you speak to a side quest holder, chances are you'll just... Can I make this jump, by the way? Okay, I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but if you charge before jumping, you can get a little bit of extra oomph to your jump. So, you're not supposed to be able to get these gems, but I got them anyway. Okay, so, for example, he had a little speech about how, oh, you will need more powerful flame breath, but you can't do this yet. A lot of the time, you will just hear the, oh, hey, congratulations on doing this thing I didn't ask you to do now that you can do my side quest. Like, you know, if we'd got the power-up gate open, excuse you, then spoken to him first. Was that enough? I didn't see what the requirement was. There we go. Okay, if we'd spoken to him after defeating all those enemies, we'd get the, oh hey, well done on opening the flame power gate, now you can do the thing that I asked you to do, even though he hadn't asked us to do it yet. Just stand on that, and press the button. Well, press the button, shoot the thing, you know... Shoot! You got a projectile, so shoot with it. That's the thing here. Also, that's what a super flame thing looks like now. We no longer get kissed by fairies, unfortunately. We instead just walk through some lifeless pyramids. Illuminati confirmed. Confirmed, yes. He says, getting really emotional about it for some reason. Right. You can also aim, which is very useful, because... Oh yes, I should mention, in case you haven't already worked it out, in this game, the super flame isn't just a powered-up flame attack, it is a fireball. Like, it is a dead-ass projectile. Now, I believe, in order to get every single box that we need in order to complete this side quest, we actually do have to do a little bit of speedrunning, sort of. I mean, speedrunning in the Super Mario Galaxy sense, not the actual sense as used by the speedrunning community. Like, we need to quick run fast, but we don't need to do, like, frame-perfect jumps or anything. But we need to get the power-up, charge all the way back through here, go through the vacuum tunnel, which, I don't know, reminds me of a vacuum cleaner for some reason, or something else, and then break open this box, and when you're underwater, it just turns into a weird, spiky mine thing. I don't know why the Super Flame power-up does that underwater. Now, I believe there is one level, and it may be the same one as contains another exception that I was going to talk about at some point, but there is a level, I think, where there is a power-up gate that doesn't, like, it is a Super Flame gate, but it has a different icon at the top because it's meant to only be used underwater, so you only ever see the spiky blue whatever effect version of it. Now, is it under the water? I don't remember. Where is the last thump? You're down here? There you are.
Impressive! Most impressive! Please take this sacred, thingamajig as a token of our everlasting gratitude.
You're quite welcome. Now, I'm surprised at how quickly I'm getting through this level, just looking at it now. Like, part of me's thinking maybe I should have done this in the previous episode because then I wouldn't have had to leave off halfway through Hurricos. I could have kept it self-contained and all that good shit. But then again, that's because we can't 100% this level on our first visit, which I don't know how to feel about that. Like, it does encourage you to come back to levels, which I guess is a good thing. But at the same time, it just shows that when you leave a level, everything resets. So, kind of, almost what's the point of being a good Samaritan when you come back, time has reset and everything is like all the enemies come back to life, The gems don't reappear, of course, because those are one-time collectibles. You can redo orb side quests and minigames, but when you get given the orb, it'll say you already have this orb and it won't add to your total. So, I don't know. But it's a thing that you can do should you so choose, and on occasion it is necessary for 100%ing the game. Such as climbing that ladder up there. We need to come back later down the line in order to do that. Now you there, stand on that arbitrarily yellow switch. Ignore the babies. There we go. It still turns blue, even though it's yellow to begin with. And cutscene. I said cutscene.
Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
And so we have, you would have thought it would be a seashell, but nope, it's just a medal with a turtle on it, which makes perfect sense. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of want to see if I could do some sort of trick jump and get to the top of the ladder. I don't think we can from this height, which is unfortunate. I swear there is some other way of getting around it being fancy. Do you say anything else? You don't. I could swear that when you get the baby turtles to the top of this, like, room, it just warps you in there automatically, but evidently not. Right, you there.
There's a chef at the top of this ladder who wants to make soup out of our baby turtles. If you know how to climb, you could get up there and stop him.
But alas, we cannot. Now, I just want to do another quick sweep of the level, because I could swear there's, like, something else we can do. And I don't remember what it is. Like, I know that there's another part of this level we can get to, but I don't remember whether we need to be able to get up there first in order to get there, so, pardon me for just a moment. Oh hey, there's an entire extra bit off to one side. I thought for some reason you couldn't do this until the end of the level, but nope, clearly you could just get here from the very beginning, so I don't know what I've been consuming to make me think incorrectly, but hey, that is a thing that you can do. And there's a window, and I thought as a child maybe there's some way that you can break it open, but you cannot. Now, can I do like a weird charge jump and get up there? Not quite, okay. Well, I think that allows you to look out over where the turtle soup area is, so you can feel bad about not being able to do it until a while later. Like, we can't, like, no matter what we do, we can't sequence break our way into... Well, I mean, you can, I think, with some really glitched out jump, you probably can get to the turtle soup area, but you're not supposed to be able to, that's the point. So, artificial replay value, yeah. Now let's have a look at our totals for this level. So, we're missing 2 orbs and 10 gems, and I believe they're all in that upper area. So, how is that looking in the guidebook, then? Oh yeah, I like how the various talismans all have their own little special font to describe what they're like, and they have names and they have fonts, and it's fancy. And apparently, you're supposed to go to Idle Springs first. Huh, who would have thought? And there's Glimmer. Now, oh, and Summer Forest has no talisman, this is also true. Right, I also want to, if I can... Oh yeah, I was going to say I want to check my, my skill points, but you can't, I don't think. Like, I know that there is a way of checking them, but I don't think you could check them yet, and I don't remember what the condition for that is. But we have 2 so far. I think, is it like, beat the game, beat a certain boss, or maybe I can just save skill points and I've just completely missed the option to. Well, either way, just rest easy knowing that we've got 2 skill points and there are plenty of others which I intend to try to get, but I won't lose any sleep if I don't get them. This is going to be a 100% run, sure, but that doesn't include skill points. Anyway, closing skit for this area, please. So I guess this is kind of our first formal defeat, even though we succeeded in completing the level. So, in the next episode, I think that just means we're jetting off to Aquaria Towers, and then we'll be done in Summer Forest, or at least as done as we can be until we learn how to climb, which I think is the only thing holding us back at this point. I thought you needed another move to complete Idle Springs, but evidently not. So, for now, I will say that I have been, and will continue to be, tessellating hexagons, and in the next episode, everything that I just teased and more, and also less at the same time. And I guess I will see you then. I ran out of steam very quickly with this outro. Bye!